Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a round 8 game. We are in the upper bracket, and we are in Europe, and we have a familiar name. It's TeamCats, back once again on Spider Island, and they're starting on the defense. And they are against SoufWest. I can only assume that is Souf, right? Because it's Souf spelled like souffle. Wait, is it? I'm dyslexic. Hang on 1 second. I'm literally Googling this as we speak. Souf. Yeah, it's spelled like souffle. So, I assume that is SoufWest, right? Response in the comments. How would you pronounce it? Write it phonetically. We're jumping in. It is Spider Island, best out of 3. And we have Hawkeye and Hella getting banned out. Bruce Banner getting secured here. Damien currently hovering on a Penny Parker here. Very interesting. We're also seeing Silva hovering an Iron Fist. But obviously, we don't know how much that actually means, especially considering that half of the side of TeamCats are all hovering Jeff. So let's see what we go in for here. Psylocke going to be secured by SoufWest. Iron Man taken out. Very sensible. If your opponent locks in a Bruce Banner, there is a solid chance they are likely looking to pick up an Iron Man of their own. So it makes a lot of sense to just try and take that out. It really boosts that Iron Man damage output. Final ban for TeamCats. They take out the Star-Lord. Very good. Remove a lot of the aerial threats. Keep this battle to the ground. Excuse you, Silva. That's... Okay, I was about to say, that's a bait, right? That's gotta be a bait for the card. That's a bait for me. Fun to see, but no, I don't think so. I don't think we'll be seeing a Black Widow here today. Alright. Let's get this going. We're heading in. And on the left-hand side, it is going to be Dridro. Playing that Luna Snow. No! Swapping off Luna to Penny. And they just spawned, threw down a Spider-Mine and swapped. I don't think the Spider-Mine stays. But either way, Dridro playing the Luna Snow. Fi is on that lovely Namor. We saw them we cast them play it a couple weeks ago. Was pretty fun to see. Sparker on that Psylocke. Sipper will be playing the Mantis. Nevix, hello again, old friend. They will be playing that Incredible Hulk, and Doge Biceps will be on the Doctor Strange. On the right, in the red, it is SoufWest with Luca Enrico playing the Moon Knight. Juju the Ball will be on that Mantis. Sound is on the Psylocke. Damien is on the Magneto. Very cool. Solo tanking this game as Tulip, as that's an ooh sound with the umlaut, I believe. Tulip will be playing the Wolverine. And Silva will be on that Luna Snow. Solo tank, a difficult run to do, but they do have that Wolverine to at least try and absorb some of the shots. And Magneto is one of the better tanks along with Groot to solo tank with, due to the fact that his shielding isn't just a shield that can be burst, it is actually a shut down damage button, which allows you to tank a little bit more strongly from time to time and let the healers really get going. And it seems to be working, as SoufWest are already making insane progress here. Nevix coming in to cause problems. Nice dive there. Just removing them from play. Tulip taking them back and forcing them off the point. But now finally the numbers are starting to get the most of SoufWest. And they're being forced back bit by bit. The Moon Knight with the damage output though. Luca just doing the best they can. Dancing the butterfly coming out from Zound to try and shut down all this defense so they can keep the rest of the push moving. Doge Biceps though is still holding the line. Still tanking it. Getting stunned down by the Wolverine though. And that will cease all of that. Trading coming out there. Zound finding a backline sneaky Psylocke of their own. The Psylocke's trading damage. Zound taking through. Earthbound locked down and taken out by the defending Fi, who did go down in the process, but they are able to hold the line because of it. And TeamCats hold the push for now. Creating a little bit of a terrain destruction, giving them a bit more freedom to move around. Especially with that hyper-mobile Hulk and Psylocke. Staying a little bit further back, not going to get themselves scored out of position. Here comes the counter Psylocke play. Sound from SoufWest, looking to just try and shut down the attack here. Juju Ball is trying to keep them alive here. Tulip coming in with the dive, going deep into that backline, undying and unending as they pressure through, taking out Nevix, and it looks like we will see SoufWest make it to that first point. Spawn time is a little too big for the members of TeamCats, so unless they had that portal, this is where that defense would end as we move on to point number 2. SoufWest, strong team. I like what they're doing here, although a little bit of a swap around here. Luca moving off the Moon Knight of their own, and they are bringing out an attacking Namor. We do not see that very often. Juju the Ball healing up the rest of SoufWest as they keep that attack going, trying to force the members of TeamCats back to their base. Nevix swapping over the Hulk and onto the Scarlet Witch here. So many swaps coming out. Sparker with the Dance and the Butterfly, causing problems, trying to just damage their way through, trying to force the members of SoufWest back. And there's the triple. 3 members down. SoufWest, their push is ended, and they are forced to regroup back at their spawn. Very interesting. So yeah, we're down to solo tanks for both teams now, with Doge Bicep solo tanking and Nevix off of that Hulk, bringing out that Scarlet Witch, trying to maximize the damage output. Also, that stun, very hard to deal with. You can get it in a good choke point. You're going to do some damage. Here comes the Dance of the Butterfly from SoufWest once again. Zoud dropping back some damage. Here comes the Meteor M, but Damien is eaten alive. Nevix showing that if you have a team that can protect you, the damage output of Scarlet Witch can actually stack up real high. Doing the best they can, poking away, doing damage. A little bit far forward compared to the rest of the team, but they're not being harassed yet. They've got a good angle here. Takes a little bit of damage, forced to back up. Tulip is taken out here. Nevix has the ultimate. Poking away. Cart moving backwards, up 46 meters on tier 2. Defense positions. Luca taken out on the defense there. Setting up that stun right in the middle of the choke point. Very nicely done. TeamCats going hard on his defense with just under 2 minutes left. Push coming out. Tulip's taken down once again. Nevix forced to back away. Getting focused down though. Dance of the Butterfly coming out. Sorry, that wasn't Dance of the Butterfly. That was the Madness Heal. Damage output being attempted once again. Nevix doing their best. Taking out the damaging abilities from the Namor. Knock up, coming down, still staying alive. Here comes the ultimate. Chaos! Boom! Gets the double elimination as Torrentino gets 1 more, 2 more by themselves. Quadruple, quintuple, sextuple elimination by the side of TeamCats with 1 minute to go. SoufWest, they're in a rough position. It's going to be real hard for them to push this up. Luca needs a little bit of healing, but taking quite a lot of damage. Will get healed up. Dropping low once again. They're landing a lot of these hits. Taking out the opposing Octopi. Dance of the Butterfly coming out, this time from TeamCats onto the backline. Sparker trying to wipe out this push before it starts. Damien is already down. That's one of the 2 tanks. They finally swapped that Wolverine onto a Doctor Strange. They've got that second front line. The Tulip is being focused down. Nice stun out attempt from the side of Vi, but it's dodged by Luca, who's still poking away with the damage. Counter stun with the horn. They push on through, picking up a double. They making for a triple, trying to set up this attack, but a lovely Eye of Agamotto. Damien with the Meteor M to try and shut this down, and a little bit of damage. Tulip takes out Torrentino as they push on through. Start out coming in from Nevix. This is all on SoufWest right now to stay alive, and on that point, they've got the overtime. They are moving. They've been able to drive back the members of TeamCats. TeamCats need to regroup, stay in the game. If they can stop this at tier 2, that would be still very strong. But it's already 3/4. Make that 4/5 of the way there. Creeping its way in. SoufWest Swapping to double tag when they could not break the front line with damage. They break it with sustain. Now they're making their way forward. Here comes the pure chaos. Who can tank it? Magneto can. The whole team is being taken out. There were triple elimination. Make that a quadruple, quintuple, and it's a wipe. TeamCats able to shut them down at 122 meters. About to say 12, I misread it. 122 meters. Nicely done. That's very strong. So we swap sides. SoufWest now on defense. How do they mix it up? We're sticking with the solo tank by the looks of it for the side of TeamCats, with Nevix back on that Scarlet Witch. Damien going to be playing that Magneto once again. Looks like they're sticking with about the same draft. Tulip thinking of swapping out, but not committing yet. Let's see what they Let's see what they lock in on. No one's hyper committing yet. Ooh, interesting. Nevix rotating through a couple tanks here. Rotating through Magneto, through the Hulk.
Get ready.
Staying on the Hulk for the longest, though, so they might just give that Hulk Doctor Strange team-up combo here. Nevix, of course, we have a little bit of experience seeing them play the Hulk, so we have a little bit of nostalgia seeing that come in. I believe the term was Hulk is strongest. Damien on the side of the defense from SoufWest. The Penny Parker. Interesting high ground. There's the KO. Takes out Zipper. And they've got a high ground position here. You don't see this very often. Usually you will try to see Penny set up a little bit closer. This time they're playing it safe, poking away. They know they've got quite a bit of space to do so. Poking away, looking for flanks, sending down those spider mines. Before rotating down to join the rest of the team. Make sure that they're checking all the angles. Don't want to just take too much free damage there. Knocked out the flanking Scarlet Witch, causing a little bit of trouble. Nevix, who swaps off the Hulk once again. Mixing it up. Spider-Mine's border. Taken down, which means Damien losing their healing. There we go. New web. Keeping themselves up and in the fight. Nice stun. Damien holding the line for the moment, but they're getting harassed out pretty hard by Psylocke. Penny. Very strong on defense, but they do take a little bit of trouble dealing with fast-moving characters due to the fact that their attacks are very slow. Best situation you can ask for, you're against something like an Iron Fist who's diving you or a Spider-Man, where they get in range of you and your mines take them out. Otherwise, you've got to get real skillful or real lucky with that web stun as they make their way forward. Damien tanking through, trying to hold it at tier 1 because this is so fast. Double horns coming out from both teams here. Psylocke onto the backline. Sparker trying to burn through. Spider time from Damien to buy them that extra time. 2.86 meters to go before they make it through tier 1. But outnumbered, Damien is all alone. Pure Chaos comes out. There's no one left to pick up, though. As TeamCats take them down, and they are charging straight to the spawn point of SoufWest. Keep them in base. Keep them busy. Let that cart move. There's the finish line. Keep them past that. If you keep them past that, you can get the entire rest of that distance for free. Those biceps making it happen. Frontline, holding, pressuring. Doing a lot of extra damage here, attacking through. SoufWest, Moon Knight, Loki, Winter Soldier. They've got the Magneto back, swapping out almost the entire team here. Meteor M from Tulip coming in, does not find anyone. They tank through it. Doge Biceps is holding the line very effectively here, but that shield is dropping down to 200. But that card is making its way forward while they're all fighting here. That card keeps going. You can see the flank from Doge Biceps with that Aya Vagamoto. Dance of the Butterfly coming out. There's no one there. Portal into the spawn point to try and stop them from coming in, or at least make them fight there. Try to trap them in the base with the portal. What an insane play there, Fi. shutting them down. They use the portal to stop them in their spawn point and force them to take a longer route to get that last push of distance. This is the type of intelligent play you see from one of the favorites to take the whole thing, TeamCats. They take map number 1. We love to see games like that. We love to see games where teams are creative, where they're intelligent. I also love to see games where teams are flexible. Even though they lost, look at the elimination count for the members of SoufWest. 10, 14, 19, 20 eliminations there. That's not bad. We've seen games where teams have been wiped out with 5 total. They have team fight potential. They just need to get it together a little bit as we head into map number 2 so that they can try and take us to a 3rd map in this series. TeamCats showing why they are so strong and why they're kind of terrifying. I'm going to head to a quick break. When we get back, it is going to be map number 2 between TeamCats and SoufWest. And we are back. Nevix showing just how strong they are. I realized I used the quote from the different game, from the Big Cuckoo Bird vs. Soft and Wet game. But I still stand by that Nevix is such an insanely strong player. Being able to just poke away and do so much work. Hawkeye taken out once again. Keeping that pressure up. Snow removed. She is one of the best healers in the game, has crowd control, has a little bit of extra just utility for the team by being able to ice skate around the map and keep moving so they can keep pressure on. Luna Snow, one of the best characters in the game, and also just empowers other characters so much. Not surprising to see her here at all in the ban phase. No secure for TeamCats here, as we are on to Hell's Heaven. Gonna be a domination game. Get on those points, control them. Wolverine taken into the locks, and we are seeing the Incredible Hulk taken out. No fastball specials, but SoufWest still looking to limit those options. While we wait for the last ban, quick shout out to just say, as Loki is taken out, only 5.3% of you in the last 28 days of my watch time have been subscribed to these videos. So, just a little, utilize that information how you wish. But, if you're fancying dropping a sub, jumping on in, then you would be more than appreciated and more than welcome. I also offer memberships, so you can see these videos going up a day early. Loki taken out. Silver hovering the Jeff, but obviously we are going to be hesitant about getting excited about that because we see a lot of teams pick up Jeff right off the bat to get a boost out of spawn with the speed boost from the bubble. Let's introduce our teams as we are starting off. Cypher! Simper, sorry. Starting on the rocket, likely will swap off it, just giving their team that little bit of armor to begin the game. We have Doge Biceps, once again, on that Doctor Strange. Nevix, let's stick with the single tank lineup for the moment on that Scarlet Witch. Dridro will be looking for that Mantis. Phi is busting out the Hella, and Sparker on that Psylocke. On the other side, SoufWest, Psylocke of their own, played by Zaun. Silva on the Mantis. Juju the Ball on Cloak and Dagger. Damien once again on that Magneto. Luca and Rico will be on Hela. And Dulup Giving their team a solo tank lineup as well. They are back on the Wolverine. Both teams, triple damage. Double heals, one tank. A miserable matchup to play, from my experience, as a tank main. But can be effective. You need to be prepared to adjust, though. If it's not working, you gotta change. Lovely disengage dive by Tulu. And Zipper, by the way, sticking with that Rocket Raccoon. Not going to be swapping out here. Trading back and forth. Damien was already taken down quite early, so TeamCats, they do get control of the point. Ooh, the dive. Not able to take those biceps all the way as they get denied by the terrain. It's Tulu forced to back away. Zipper sending in those healing balls down to the other side, trying to keep the team upright. Keep those balls bouncing, keep that healing flowing. SoufWest getting kind of zoned inside their base again. They've been here before. Not their favorite situation. Still poking away though. Not going down without a fight. Getting locked down a little bit. Damien doing their best, holding the line. Tulu diving forward, keeping the pressure up. Immediately time back out again. Harass, damage, create problems for the enemy team. They're actually getting a little bit of work done there as Zound takes out Phi. Luca getting healed up super quickly. Here comes Dance of the Butterfly by Sparker, but they're tanking through it beautifully. Drindro takes out Zound, but Tulu gets doged by Steps. And that's the entire front line of TeamCats as they chase down the back line. Damage boost coming out on TeamCats as SoufWest are trying to tank through as best they can, but they're getting attacked from multiple angles here. SoufWest, they do hold it though. They hold through the damage boost. Zipper trying to cause problems, trying to do damage, but they're not able to land it yet. Heals from the flanking cloak and dagger there. Meteor M. Looking at the Hella. Big hit. Takes out a big chunk of it. Here comes the pure chaos from the side as well. Magneto blocks it, but we do lose Silver. Now goes Tulu. Drindro takes them out. And Phi grabs Damien. Impressive attack by TeamCats. While the solo tank does mean you lack a little bit of bulk, if you get the Queen of Death, the Goddess of Death, and that pure chaos, that reality devastation, can just be incredibly hard to just keep those shields up for that amount of time. When both are an option, constantly trying to pick you off, it's very hard to actually just tank through that. And they did their best, but it's not enough. Holding the line. Tulu onto the point. Dance of the Butterflies into the air. Beautifully done there by Tulu. But they're getting locked down. Stunned out. Damage from TeamCats trying to hold the line with the healing from Rocket. Hella on the high ground trying to set this up, but SoufWest have reclaimed the point. Reality Erasure currently 48% charged, although Nevix may be heading back to the spawn point. No, getting healed up, but it's real close. Drindro with the bonus healing coming out as best as they can to try and keep the rest of the team alive. Going to try and dive onto the backline. Takes out the counter Mantis. Down it onto the backline. Looking for Dr. Strange to push them off of that point. They're getting massive damage boost output as they damage boosted the Scarlet Witch. Drindro holding the line, aiming ahead and left clicking. Trying to wipe them out. They get Sound. They get Juju. They get Damien on 97%. Holding the point. 73 for SoufWest as they take them out. Onto the overtime. Who can make it onto the point for SoufWest? Who is left? It's no one. Round one of game two. Going over to TeamCats. Continue their dominating performance so far. Can they close this out? Can they finish the job? Make this a clean sweep. They have so far lost a single point to SoufWest. A single point on that escort.
30 seconds before you attack.
Any swap arounds in terms of characters? Looks like the teams are sticking with what they ran last time. No mix-ups here. Thor, actually. Here we go. SoufWest. They are mixing up, but will they stay with it? Nope. Yep. Didn't last very long. But they did bring out the Thor on Tulip for a second. Get that team up with Luca, but they decided against it. They are double tanking, though. They are mixing it up with Doctor Strange coming out for Tulip. Going to be moving off of that Wolverine. Making their way in. Portal coming out. We did not see the same out of SoufWest. They just ran in. Not running the portal at all here. Those biceps. Shield on, shield off. Shield on, shield off. Give it some time to recharge, absorb some damage, let the healing absorb some of the damage. No point losing your shield and not having it when you need it if your healers are up and protecting you from behind. Damage boost already coming out from Siffer. Here comes the Goddess of Death from Vi, causing damage. Luca in response doing the same, but great positioning by TeamCats. Massive damage output, but Luca is doing the same off to the side. Doesn't have the best angle. Stunned out with the Eye of Agamotto, but no one to follow it up, really. Here comes the Dance of the Butterfly from the side of TeamCats as the members of SoufWest fall. Juju, Damian, Tulip, Luca going down. And TeamCats didn't take the objective at the start, but they sure have it now. 17% to 9% with TeamCats behind, but on the point, they'll even that up immediately. A SoufWest rotating in. The reality erasure. Available for Nevix to try and close down this next push. Rotations coming in. Down goes Luca. That's really going to slow down that push. Portal still available for Tulip there. It's really holding on to it for a rainy day. Could be usable as a last minute push there, so we're not too surprising. Nicely done. The combo between Silva and Tulip. Waiting and timing to maximize the damage output. On to the point. Need to drive those biceps back, though. Holding the line for the moment. Eye of Agamotto is about to be available. Nevix with the blow-up! Gets the double! Juju and Tulip are taken out. Sipper gets Luca, and Silva is taken down. Every ultimate was burned there on the side of TeamCats, but it might be enough with 73% left. Sorry, 73% on the point. SoufWest only having Tulip's Eye of Agamotto, and finally, the portal is coming out. This is potentially their last chance to push this in. 84%. Making their way onto the point from the side, skipping past that defensive positioning, making their way forward. Silva with the healing output for SoufWest to try and hold them through this initial push. Keep them pushing, keep them topped up. They do have positioning. Overtime is held. Doge biceps, as usual, holding down the line. Nia Magamoto gets 2, gets 3, and Sparker is shutting down everything. Tulip with the counter, but there's no one left to hold. Tulip's all that's left, really. Zhao does not have the hit points to tank through anything more. The starting positioning by Nevix. Nevix takes the 1v1, and that is going to be another win for TeamCats. They take the 2-0 in this series, and they continue their dominating run in this upper bracket. Sparker MVP. That Psylocke doing it. Crazy damage output. 15 eliminations. 11,000 damage. Incredible work. 9k healing by the Rocket by Zipper, by the way. Really nicely done. 16k healing by Juju the Bull, but remember they weren't Rocket for most of that game. They were Cloak and Dagger. The Mantises, both hovering around 9k, 8k. Both with some decent damage on their side as well, although a little bit more coming in from Dridro, who seems to have just a little bit of a habit of clicking on heads and doing a really good job at it. Nevix, 8 eliminations, 8k damage, a little bit behind Fire and Sparker, But when it comes down to it, when they were needed, that stud at the end, the reality erasure just before, they've shown that they have the potential to push through anything that might be needed. TeamCats, they move on. Continuing a dominant run in Europe. We will keep an eye on them and see if they can keep it going. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I have been Tetcher. I may look to try and stream if I have the day available. Some of the games myself, they'll be on the main channel, so I'm not expecting any many views, like maybe 6. But if you want to pop by, I'm going to attempt to do it on Twitch because my monetization there is a little bit more set up, and I'd like to build that as well because YouTube's doing quite well. I don't have multi-streaming set up yet. I want to do that, but that costs money. Money that I do not have right now. I am incredibly broke. But if you want to jump in, if I do a stream, I'll make sure I do an announcement on my Blue Sky and my Twitter. So make sure to follow me there. It is Tetcher on both those things. All of my socials are in the description of every video, so if you really want to just keep an eye on where I am, then please do so. And once again, your subscriptions, your likes, commenting on the video, it all helps me in the algorithm. I am fully aware I'm not the main cast setup. I'm doing this because I like it. I'd love to do some stuff for the main cast at some point, but I fully appreciate all of you being here with me. So thank you all so much for watching. I have been Tetcher, and I will see you all next time.